Hey guys, welcome to another technology tutorial. Today we're going to talk about how to install Windows 8, and in particular we're going to be installing a clean copy of Windows 8, meaning that we're gonna get rid of everything on our computer and just do a clean install. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing you want to think about before you install Windows 8 is why you are doing it. Now, I just want to remind you guys that Windows 7 is a very good operating system. In fact, everything that I need works on Windows 7. So before you want to switch to Windows 8, do a bit of research on how the new Windows 8 is going to help you. If there is nothing in particular you want to do in Windows 8 that you can't already do in Windows 7, then maybe ask yourself, is it necessary? Some of the problems people have had going from 7 to 8 is hardware not being compatible, so you might need to download new drivers for all of your hardware, and in this case we'll have to do that because we're doing a clean install. If you have multiple computers at home, I would suggest keeping Windows 7 on one of them and using try Windows 8 on one of them, just because there are things that might work on only Windows 7 but not Windows 8. So if suddenly all of your computers are using Windows 8 and you need something to work that used to work on Windows 7, then it's not going to work anymore. Okay, next. The next thing you want to do is run Belark System Advisor. If you've been following my tutorials, we have already looked at this program. Basically, what it does is it prints out a paper copy of all of your devices installed on your computer, hardware, software, the model of your devices, what brand they are, and your software licenses. So basically it looks like this, and you want to print this out and save it in your email somewhere so that it's backed up on the internet. So email a PDF copy to yourself, and that way in case you ever want to switch back to Windows 7, you can see what your CD key is from on paper so you don't lose it. And also, if a piece of hardware doesn't work after you go to Windows 8, you can also see from the computer profile what driver you need to download. So it's pretty important. Make sure you do this step. Next, back up all your data. Right, so you want to make sure that everything you need from that computer is saved onto a external hard drive or a USB drive. So all of your personal data, if you're running Windows 7, should be stored in a folder called users. So if your users folder is under C drive, it should be C drive / users / whatever your username is, and then all of your files such as my documents is stored in that folder. So what you need to do is copy this whole folder users out to an external hard drive, and later on you can just copy it back into the same folder and you should have restored all of your files. However, if there is anything else on your hard drive that you want to save, make sure you look elsewhere as well. So I don't take any responsibility if you lose any of your files. Okay, next. Now I'm going to show you guys step by step how to install Windows 8 from your Windows 8 DVD. Hey guys, we're going to now talk about how to install Windows 8 on your computer. Make sure your Windows 8 DVD-ROM is in your DVD-ROM drive. First thing we're going to do is restart the computer. So Control Delete and click this button here, restart the computer. Now while it's restarting, just keep pressing delete. And now we're in the BIOS setup, which is a setup for the motherboard. And we're going to find out where it says which device we're going to use to boot up. So I'm just going to browse around. Make sure you don't change any settings. So here it says first boot device is the hard disk and the second boot device is the CD-ROM. Alright, so I'm going to change this so that the first boot device is the CD-ROM and then the second boot device is the hard disk. Now just make sure that you change this back later on, otherwise every time you boot the computer it's going to search for the CD-ROM and that's going to slow down the booting procedure quite a bit. That's the only thing we're going to change, so save and exit. Press any key to boot from the DVD. Yep. Okay, so I waited for a while and then it came up with asking me what language I want to use. So English is the only option. Time and currency. Well, I'm in Australia, so let's change this to Australia. Keyboard input method, I guess just put US. Press next. Install now. So now it says setup is starting. Now here's where you enter the product key. Now make sure you type it in as it is. Accept the license terms next. Now here's where you guys need to put in custom, right? Because if you upgrade, what's going to happen is apparently it slows down Windows quite a bit. Now we want to decide where we're going to install the operating system. Go into Drive Options. Delete it. Delete all your partitions. All of the stuff is empty. And now we're going to install our operating system on drive 0. Click on that, click next. So you just have to wait until it finishes all of this. Looks like it's finally finished installing. Use Express settings. Has it finished already? You probably noticed that there is no My Computer icon in Windows 8. So how would you find that? Well, from the Start menu, you're going to go to Desktop and you can see the File Manager on the bottom left. So you're going to click that and there is your My Computer. And the next problem that I've noticed is that my other hard drive is totally gone. So I have a terabyte hard drive which is not showing up, and right now the only thing that's showing up is my solid state drive. So what I'm going to do is go to Control Panel and try to find it. So in Control Panel I'm going to go to System and Security, Administrative Tools, you can see there's an option called Create and Format Hard Disk Partitions, and now it's looking for my missing hard drive, and you can see that I have disk 0, which is 931.51 gigabytes, and it hasn't been allocated. And I'm going to right click on that, new simple volume, next, and the volume is going to have all of my hard drive space, so I'm going to assign the letter E, and next, format this volume. I'll let you guys do the research on whatever is the best for your hard drive space. Next, and finish, and now it's formatting my hard disk, and it's done. So now when I go to my computer, I can see that I have a whole new hard drive with 931 gigabytes of hard drive space. Okay, thanks for watching guys, see you next time.